Hello children, today we are going to study the sixth chapter from the book Connect with Science, Oxford, Class 3. There are many plants all around us. They are very useful in many ways. Before learning about these various plants and what they give us, and the uses, what are the uses of it, let us revise the type of plants. The type of plants are the trees. First one is the trees, then the shrubs and the herbs and the climbers and the creepers. The main thing for trees are these are big and they have single thick woody bark. Yes, now we come across the climbers. So climbers are the plants which have very weak stem. Yes, the weak stem means it cannot stand on its own, it cannot stand erect. So what do? They climb, holding it with the small tiny tentacles. It climbs on the wall, it goes up on the wood or any support which it finds near it. It is called as climber. And you might have seen the climbers, such as, I'll give you some example for climbers. That is the pea plant. You might have seen it has got some tentacles which can move high and it climbs with that tentacles. Now comes the creepers. Children, creepers are the plants which have very weak stem and the fruits are very heavy. Most probably the fruits are very heavy, so the stem cannot hold the plant upright. The plants grow along the ground, such as some examples are like watermelon and strawberries. Strawberries are tiny plants, but still fruit is also very small, but still it creeps on the ground. This is what we have studied before also, and now also the recap was there. Now children, we will learn something about the edible parts of the plant. Yes, the plants which we eat. The first part we will study about is the stem. Stem of certain plants are swollen and sometimes juicy as they store food. Yes, sometimes we can see some juicy stem. Yes, those juicy stems can be such as the plants such as sugar cane, potato, ginger store food in their stem. Yes, these are the plants you might have seen in kitchen. These all sugarcane. It is very tasty. Yes, you like to eat that sugarcane, and with the juice we can make sugar also, jaggery also, and it is very tasty. So it is, the plant is storing food in that stem. Yes, did you get it? They store some of the extra food in some of the parts of the plant. That is, in these plants it is storing in the stem. Like mummy is when daddy brings the things at home from the market, and what does the mummy do? Mummy stocks everything in the boxes or the dabbas and keep it safely in the kitchen. So same way, these leaves prepare the food and the stem stores the food. After storing it, it is kept there for the later use. Yes, so we have studied that stem can also store food which we eat it as a sugarcane, potato and ginger. Now the next thing is the root. Some of the roots are also storing food when the leaves prepare the food, and it goes in the root and there it stores it. Such as you might have eaten the vegetables like turnip, beetroot, and then radish and carrot. All these are the roots which store food in their roots. The plants that store food in the roots. Now children, we will learn about something, the part of the plant where the food is prepared and there only it is stored, like the leaves. Yes, leaves prepare the food and there only it stores itself. Some of the food is stored over there only for its later use. Yes, and then the leaves which store the food, we pluck it up and then we eat it also, like the spinach and the cabbage and the leaves which we eat. Some of the vegetables like methi you eat too much, no? And we like to eat methi because it is very tasty, yeah. So there it stores its food there in the leaf. Now some of the flowers also store food, and flowers which store food that are also eaten, like cauliflower and the everybody knows that fruit also we eat. So most of the fruits store their food in the fruit and we eat. So many fruits are there like apple, banana, and then watermelon, and so many fruits. Mango is there. So many fruits are there. Children, now let us see the seeds which store food. Seeds can also store food, and these are also eaten. Like you might have eaten the grams, chana, chola, and dale, and all these things you have eaten. So these are the seeds where the plant stores its food. Wheat, rice, maize, and barley, and kidney beans or chickpeas are the different type of seeds that can be eaten. So the edible seeds of the plant such as rice, wheat, maize, and barley are called cereals. What are they called as? Cereals. Yes, they are called as cereals. We can cook and eat the seeds of the rice. Yes, and then wheat. The seeds of wheat are grinded into fine powder, and which is made to flour, and then we can eat chapati of it. Yes, the seeds of wheat are used to make the flour. Different types of breads are also made with this flour. And then cereals are also known as the food grains. These are also known as the food grains. The edible seeds of plants such as the green gram, kidney beans, and chickpea are the pulses. These are known as pulses. So in seeds only we have whatever we have studied now. We have studied cereals. Some of the seeds are known as cereals like rice and maize and barley. These are known as cereals. And then these are also known as the food grains. These are also known as food grains. Some of the edible seeds are also known as the pulses like the kidney beans, the green gram. These are few of the examples for the pulses. So children, now we can make out that these are some useful parts of the plant where they store food. Now some of the parts of plant are like they can be used in the dried form. Yes, dry. We can dry and eat it. The edible parts of some of the fruits and seeds are eaten as nuts. Yes, it is eaten as nuts. Most nuts have the hard shell which cover them. Some common nuts are cashew nut, almond, and walnut. Yes, everybody knows about all these things, no? So nuts have got hard shell which protect them. Yes, and it can be eaten, and it is very tasty also. You also like to eat it also. Now the plants are also used as the product. Some of the products they give us. Yes, some useful products which they give us. Parts of some plants are used to make different food items such as tea, coffee, cocoa, sugar, spices, oil, and medicines. Tea leaves, then coffee beans, then cocoa beans, and sugarcane stem are some of the very useful items or the products which we get. We get tea, cocoa, and all from these plants. The leaves of the tea plant are used to make tea. The seeds of coffee and cocoa are used to make the coffee or the cocoa powder. Yes, it is used. It is also called as the cocoa bean or the coffee bean. Yes, the coffee beans are also used to make coffee. Yes, coffee powder which we drink, put it in the milk and drink. It is coming out from the coffee beans. People like to drink coffee and tea as the beverage, yes, as the drinking items. The cocoa beans are crushed and are used to make cocoa. Cocoa is used in chocolates. Yes, it is very tasty and everybody likes to eat chocolate, no? So it comes from the cocoa beans. Remember, chocolate is coming from the cocoa beans. Yes, then sugar cane is used to make sugar and jaggery. A sweet juice of this sugar cane is used to make sugar and jaggery. Jaggery, everybody knows what is jaggery, no? Good. Yes, it is used to make jaggery. Then dried seeds, fruits, roots and barks. The dried seed, fruit, root and the bark of certain plants are used for the spices. Spices are some of the very tasty things which we put in the curries or in the food to make our food very tasty. Without these spices, our food will not become tasty. So the bark of the cinnamon. Yes, there is something woody type of thing in your kitchen. You might have seen in the kitchen, mommy, when cooking food, something wood type of thing, she puts it in the food, in your rice or in any of the vegetable or in some of the things. So that is known as the cinnamon. It comes from the bark of a cinnamon tree. It comes from the bark of the cinnamon tree. Yes, cinnamon plant. The dried flowers or bud. The dried flower buds are known as the clove. Yes, clove. Clove means long. It is coming from the dried flowers. It is coming from the dried flowers. The pepper. Pepper means kali mirch. Yes, it is coming from the fruit of a plant. Yes. Mustard and cumin plants are also used as spices in cooking. Now the next thing is this, we have studied that according to the dried things, dried parts of plants are also used as the food items. Yes. And then as the spices, we use these dry items, dry things as the spices. Now we come across the oil. Oil is also very important. Everybody knows that while cooking food, mommy needs oil. Without oil, you cannot cook anything. So the seeds of some of the plants such as mustard, then sunflower, groundnut are used to make oil. These seeds are called oil seeds. Yes, these seeds are called as oil seeds. Some of the fruits such as the olive, coconut, these also give us oil. Yes, and this oil can be used for cooking also and for oiling also, means put some oil on your hair. The medicines. Now we come across the medicines. Parts of some of the plants are used as medicines. The dried flowers, buds of clove. Clove means long. जब सर्दी होती है and when you sneeze too much or cough too much, mommy gives you some cloves. Just boil it in water, put some jaggery and she prepares drink and then she gives you and she says drink this and your cold will go away. So clove is also used as medicine. The stem of turmeric, yes, everybody knows turmeric. Haldi is also a medicine, is used as the medicine. The leaves of tulsi is also used for the medicine. And these are very essential medicines which we can use in our daily life also. Thus, we can see that the plants are very useful living things. We should grow lots of plants around us. Yes, we have. Sometimes we get time and then you just go and see the plant which is of use. You can just like tulsi plant, if it is there in your house, take care of it and help it to grow properly. Put some water and give it a little bit more support to grow and then it will grow and come out nicely. And then some neem plants or neem trees are around us and these are also very good for our medicine. So children, the lesson just gives us that trees are very useful for us. Trees, every part of a tree is very useful. The trees which are around you, if you go and see them, they will be of wonderful use for you. Near about, when we go around in the park or near a house also, we can see lot of plants there. So you see that plant, it gives you something or the other. Like one very common example, a mango tree is there, it gives you fruit. A neem tree is there, it gives you leaves and good fruits are also. Every part of neem tree is used as a medicine. So just take care of the trees. Don't let it cut and go away from this earth. But you prepare some hole near your house, dig a hole and put a plant over there. And then take care of it every day. You just see that it is growing properly. Give a support, give some water and help it to grow. And keep your surrounding green. The previous lesson we have studied that it cleans the air also. The more trees are there, it will give you more oxygen and take away carbon dioxide, and this will help you clean the atmosphere. So all the best. Stay healthy, stay home and do good in your studies. I will be back with one more lesson in my another video. Have a good day. Bye.